Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kal Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Yakale, and I'm from the JMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is a lamback from the Elder Apostle Tahar's video, which he literally just posted a few minutes ago, called "These shall hate the horror, these nations will turn their backs on Babylon." And actually this video was posted while I was doing my last video regarding Russia and their new, most powerful, deadliest missile creation, the Satan II, which has a purpose and it shall be used. But here it is from this video from the Elder Apostle Tahar, is talking about how America's own allies which will turn against her, which is a part of biblical prophecy. And so within this video, he mentioned, and I suggest
in India in the same chapter.
I suggest you watch the video, okay, and subscribe to the channel if you believe in this truth. The Elder Apostle Tahar is the head at this time on earth, okay? If you get what I'm saying, right? Not above Yahweh or Yahushai, right? And what I'm saying is that he's just set up by Yahweh Shemeshai to lead the overall elect right now, okay? If you can receive it, you can receive it. But anyway, he spoke about how there's this channel and that America's own allies are making moves to turn against her. And as I've done and as everyone should do, when it is that you hear information come out, you should do independent research on it, okay? Verify, right? It's not saying that, oh, you don't believe what is being said. It's that, you know, the Spirit will jump on you to want to research on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I did as such. And here we have from the ChinaDaily.com, okay, EU renegades, renegades, they put, on pledge relies on Russia for gas. All right. So actually, before that, I looked it up. Renegades. I don't know if that's actually the real word. I believe the word that they meant to put is renegades, or maybe it's renegades. Oh, okay. Well, damn. Okay, no, they did what they're supposed to do. But here it is. The word itself. We're all learning together. I did not know that this word existed. I was thinking of renegade, but you know the word renegade itself is talking about a person who deserts or betrays an organization, country, or set of principles, which is exactly what America's own allies will do to her at the end of World War III. You know, at the climax of it, right? But let's go back to renege. And renege is to go back on a promise, undertaking, or contract, right? So both words work actually perfectly. But let's get into this article from the China Daily, all right? An ally of Russia, by the way, China. Okay. Low key, right? Well, when you look at the BRICS, because I don't want to be too mysterious when talking about things. When you look at the BRICS and who's a part of the BRICS, you have Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And the Apostle Tahar brought out that the Indians, they are Elamites, right? And the Elamites are known as the Persians, who are the Iranians. So the Indians and the Persians are actually one nation under Elam, right? And the Iranians or the Elamites are an important ally to Russia. In Ezekiel chapter 38, it talks about that. What's going on here? Oh, okay. That's my screen recorder. I was doing something weird. But anyway, yeah, so it's an ally. So let's read this. So the EU reneges on pledge relies on Russia for gas. Despite repeated pledges to wean itself off Russian energy and speed up its green revolution, the European Union has become the largest buyer of liquefied natural gas from Russia in the first 7 months of this year, according to an environmental nonprofit. Now, who is it? It says despite repeated pledges. So the pledge is to come off of it. Why? Because Russia is an enemy to America, and the European nation is an ally to America. The European nation, okay, the European Union in Revelation chapter 17 is referred to as the 10 horns, right? In Revelation 17, it talks about the whore that rideth the beast, okay, which is talking about NATO, and the 10 horns is talking about the European Union, right? So let's get the precept in Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16, okay? And it says, and the 10 horns, which is talking about the European Union, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. So this is biblical prophecy, like literally, right? They're making moves that affect America negatively. You don't work with the enemy, right? But also keep in mind that Russia is an Edomite-led nation, and America is an Edomite-led nation, and the NATO and the European Union, these are Edomite-led nations. This is Esau's kingdom. These are Esau's various hubs, okay? And what does the scripture say about that? If Satan be divided against himself, then he cannot stand. I have to get it. I have to get it. I can't be butchering it like that. Satan be divided, man. How then can his kingdom stand? Where is it at? In the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 26, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. In Luke chapter 11, verse 18, it says, if Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Okay, so Satan's kingdom is not standing. Esau, Edom is in that form, in a fleshly form, doing the deeds of the devil, okay? And the scriptures refer to Esau, Edom as all kinds of things, Satan, devil, etc. Okay, so their kingdom is divided. The Edomite kingdom is divided, man. It's not strong, it's not fortified. Okay, and Yahushua is coming to destroy it. But here we go again in Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. They shall hate America. The European Union shall hate America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh. So let's focus on this part where it says shall eat her flesh, right? Shall eat her flesh, meaning that they will be making moves that will weaken America's position on the world stage. Okay, your own allies are working with your main enemies. Okay, that weakens you. You can't trust them, all kinds of things. Okay, so let's just read a little bit here. Despite repeated pledges to wean itself off Russian energy and speed up its green revolution, the European Union has become the largest buyer of liquefied natural gas from Russia in the first 7 months of this year, according to an environmental nonprofit. Global Witness said EU member states bought 22 million cubic meters of LNG from Russia during the 7 months, a jump of 40% over the same period in 2021. The purchase was worth 5.75 billion based on price estimates by the Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air in Helsinki, Finland. The Global Witness report published on Wednesday showed it is a much sharper rise than in the global average increase in Russian LNG imports, which stands at 6%. Okay, so they're just talking about what's happening here. Spain and Belgium, EU, are the second and third largest buyers of Russian LNG, trailing behind China during the first 7 months of the year. In March, European Commissioner for Energy Kadri Simpson urged the member states and EU companies to stop buying Russian LNG. Spain's Minister for Ecological Transition, Teresa Ribera, also asked Spanish companies not to sign new Russian LNG deals, calling the situation absurd. Global Witness revealed that French company Total Energies is the biggest non-Russian buyer of Russian LNG. Here we go, France. I mean, France, they've been doing this, okay? They've been doing this. They're very delinquent over there. And that's why I laugh because keeping up with this news over the years, a lot of the times it's like France that's been like working with the enemy, America's enemies, you know? Between March and December, and this is first time read by the way, so it's a genuine response or reaction, or rather, the national capitalists are buying LNG from Russia than before. Da, da, da. It's an awkward situation, but the data reveal that EU has increased its dependency on Russian LNG, which is the same gas as in pipeline, but only more costly. This is a hidden awkward situation that the EU has not openly admitted. Shady things, but you know these Edomites are built shady, you know? They really are. We can expect that the significant reduction. Da, da, da. Since February last year, the EU has accused developing countries such as India and China of increasing energy imports from Russia. Tension, tension, tension. All right, so that's what it is, man. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that you should be doing your own research, right? And it proves to be true that this is happening, and this is biblical prophecy, as the elder Apostle Tahar says that the prophecies are popping, and it's true, they are popping for those who have eyes to see. Okay, so back to Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16, and I'll end it. And burn her with fire. All right, so first they're going to weaken her position by making moves such as what we're seeing right now, as was just brought out, and then they're going to burn her with fire, which is burn her by way of thermonuclear fire, which is those ICBM missiles which were created for a purpose. All right, let me go to the book of Obadiah real quick and then close it out. The book of Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy, this is talking about Esau, Edom, okay? All of the men of thy alliance, all right, aligned with NATO and the EU, have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. And is that not what they've done? I mean, the article literally talks about where it says that it's like low-key that they're doing this and don't want to like admit it, right? The awkward situation. This is a hidden awkward situation that the EU has not openly admitted. You see the way the devil works, man, how they even betray each other within their own kingdom. This really goes to show you how vile they are, you know? But the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread, they that have benefited from all of the things that you've done. These are first world countries under the EU and NATO, right? They have benefited from all of the things that America has done. But guess what? They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and America is bleeding. America is in a very weak position, okay? And you'd think that your allies would stand with you, but no, the allies are doing things to weaken you as well. But this is biblical prophecy. There is none understanding in him. So that's what it is, man, okay? America's own allies will turn against her, and we're seeing it manifest in front of us. So with that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shemishah, Bashmakal Kodesh, Wa'abad, Babal, Shalom.